so difficult for us to write this. Napakasakit, napakabigat ng puso, sa puso. Pero when I see everyone for the past few days, worth it. So first, I would like to read from my cousin Abigail. Lolo, I know that we haven't talked for so long. I'm suddenly shocked of what happened. This is my kisses, and also please mommy, tell mommy to stay strong, which I know that she is. Alagaan niya ang sarili niya while she's still here. At least, Lolo, you're now in your Lord. No more sufferings. You're in better hands now. May your soul rest in peace. Daddy will forever in our hearts. Thank you. Daddy from Abigail. Now, I'll be coming from Conrad, Nita Evelyn's first child. Bruce Lee once said, the key to immortality is first living a life worth living. Looking at the wonderful 91 years my grandfather has lived, Conrado Carani Garcia has lived a life worth living. He started Boya, the oldest youth athletic association in Manila, of whom he inspired young athletes to become successful in their lives. Some of those athletes becoming professional athletes, some even competing in the Olympics. Looking at the many individuals he has inspired, I'm so proud to even carry his name. Even so, I am following his legacy. Though there were times that we did not get along, having to deal with his tantrums, yet we both had one thing in common: our devotion to serve youth through recreation. We have both developed programs to help inspire our youth to become successful in his or her life. And if it weren't for us, who wouldn't know what he or she would be doing now? Grandpa was always dedicated to his Boya, often planning his events, parades, tournaments, and celebrations. He prepared speeches and even rehearsed every speech to give the perfect dramatic event. Oftentimes, I would disagree on some of his events, or even on the feasibility of him sending certain items to Obrero. How else can he send 200-pound basketball gold to the Philippines and convince the post office to keep shipping costs low? But there was one thing I learned from him, and that is heartfelt dedication. Once he set his mind onto something, Grandpa would always make sure his idea becomes a reality, commercial, with that we can get today. Stopping at nothing to make sure it happens. I feel that this has encouraged me to become where I am now, as well as inspires everyone to dedicate and discipline him or herself to fulfill his or her goals once he or she envisions it. When I was young, I thought my name wasn't cool, as others like Chris or mine. But now I can see why my parents would have named me Conrad, and what an honor it was to be named so. As I grew up, I inevitably took on a career path that was very similar to my grandfather. We both had a passion for recreation. We both had a passion for inspiring our youth. Although different, our objective was the same: to change the lives of our youths at a critical point in their lives. We never saw our careers as something that would give us income. With me, I refused to see my occupation as just another job. Our dedicated service towards inspiring our youth was a salary more valuable than money alone. And I've seen many generations of Boya alumni who have gone on to become professionals in their own way. I can see how my grandfather's legacy has been passed down to me. I can feel how proud my grandfather was whenever I hear a success story of the youths I work with, whether it was graduating from high school, getting good grades, or graduating from college. Knowing we helped change our youth's life is the greatest reward of all. He was a mentor to all, and he has mentored me in many, many ways in my life, in my career, and in appreciating basketball. The great Native American chief, Tecumseh, said in his home, live your life. Seek to make your life long and its purpose to service of your people. Living to the good age of 91, Grandpa did serve his people well. Grandpa, you touched the hearts of so many, including mine. Your inspiration has encouraged me to fulfill your legacy and inspire youths through recreation. May you continue to inspire everyone, including myself, on fulfilling your legacy by inspiring generations of you. Your spirit will remain forever in our hearts. You have received your key to immortality after living a life worth remembering. Lord, eternal rest grant unto my grandfather. May parental light shine upon him. May my grandfather, Lola Radin, rest in peace. Amen. That's from Conrad. Now I'm reading some things from Amy. Dear Daddy, how would I start this? I know that Papa and you are not okay. You guys have a very bitter yet sweet relationship ever since, basing from Papa stories. Remember the time when you went home and so happened that Papa went home too. You guys were not talking for so long. But then, when you guys saw each other, parang wala na. And you guys started talking again like nothing happened. I just wish and hope that incident happened again, but it's too late. I just wish na sana nagka-chance para magkita tayo. And I know everything will go back to now. You used to be. Papa is so proud of you, and he always brags about you. He always says, "Yung daddy ko." It's a simple expression, but there's a lot in between. You and Papa have so many traits that are so common and so like. From facial expressions, to the moods, to the attitude. Papa can be bitter about you, but I can see in his eyes that he loves you and Mommy so much. I just want to say thank you for everything, and sorry if it caused you pain and heartache. I'm glad that I was able to visit you for even just for a short time. Aiden got a chance to meet you and see you. You might not even remember, but we are glad that we came and visited you. Every time Aiden plays basketball, we always say, "Manang-mana ka talaga sa lolo." God saw you getting tired, and a cure was not meant to be. So he put his arms around you and whispered, "Come to me." A golden heart stopped eating hard, working hard, the hands at rest. God broke our hearts to prove to us that He will eat takes the best. You will surely be missed, Daddy. You will be forever in our hearts. We love you, Daddy. No goodbyes. We will do it again. Love, Eli. Now another one is coming from Jeremiah. This is Marita Sincho's youngest son. When I think about my grandpa, the one word that comes to my mind is pride. One source of pride relates to basketball. His love of basketball and the founding of Boya is well documented. He always traveled with his scrapbook of basketball accomplishments. When he came to Virginia to witness my graduation from college, he unfortunately suffered a stroke on the trip. During his stay in his hospital room, he made sure everyone, nurses, and other patients knew about his basketball accomplishments. He had his newspaper article featuring him as a referee and as a part of the Asian team staff on the wall. Tape on the wall, sorry. He had other various Boya papers displayed. I have a friend who worked at the hospital and at time telling me all about Mr. Colorado Garcia and his basketball achievements. And all I can say, that's my grandpa. After his discharge, all he wanted to do was make flyers for Boya. I spent hours with him, cutting it, pasting, and printing items just to his exact specifications to make sure he was happy with his final product. The other source of pride he was with his grandchildren. He always had his pictures of all his grandchildren surrounding him wherever he lived. For me personally, He made it a big deal to be there for both my high school and college graduations. I bought him several shirts for my college, Virginia Tech, and I would often see him wearing my clothes in the picture. Even though I spent most of my life so far away, little things like this let me know that he was proud of me and what I have accomplished in my life. We will always be proud of our grandfather and will try to continue to make him proud as he looks down on us from heaven. Love, Jeremiah. This time, I'm reading from the second son of Tita Emily, Larry. Grandpa, I will never forget all the time we have spent together. I will never forget you being there for every sweeping, every tennis match, every day of practice, and how proud you were running up to me when I got out of the pool after just breaking the state record time of 200-yard individual medley. Even when I was just shooting hoops or playing handball in the backyard, I will never forget that every day you were coaching me. Every day, Chris and I would wait for you to come to pick us up, to go out for the day, either go to the bar, get a donut, or get a big bucket of French fries. Grandpa would always make sure we had something to do. Grandpa has been a big part of shaping me to a man that I have become today. However, what I will always remember most is that the last thing he told me the day I dropped him off at the LAX for the last time when we moved back to the Philippines. Grandpa had met Tori for the first time. Tori is my cousin's wife. And on this same day, when he told me about to go through security and say goodbye, he pulled me in a little close and just told me, take care of her. I regret that Grandpa was not able to see Tori today as my wife or his great-grandson Tyler. But I promise you one thing, Grandpa, and is that I will share your legacy with Tyler, and he will fulfill your legacy by becoming a stellar athlete and touching lives and making difference in this world the same way you have. I will miss you, Grandpa. Rest in peace, paradise, Larry. And last, and certainly not least, mine.